Michael Scheuer once headed up the CIA's bin Laden unit and spent years tracking the terrorists. Well, apparently bin Laden has been tracking him too. He's actually mentioned in the video. Michael is now a CBS News analyst. Michael, there is no explicit threat in this video, but given the date of its release prior to September 11th, is there some kind of threat involved in your view?
Oh, yes. I think there's a very clear threat, Katie, here, that he's basically saying your policies remain the same. This is what you got. This is what got you into this mess that you're in and losing 2 wars and hurting your economy. And he says at one point, we're going to continue this war against you until you stop these policies. So I think it's not a fist slamming on the desk threat, but it's a very clear threat to the United States.
But he does not get into specifics, does he?
No, he doesn't. And he's gone over this course before. What probably is the most important part of this threat is that bin Laden goes into very, very much detail about offering Americans a chance to convert to Islam and thereby end the war between us. That will sound very comical to Americans, and a lot of the government people will make fun of it. But the truth of the matter is bin Laden is making sure that Muslims know that he offered us a chance to convert before he attacked us again. And that's very important because the Prophet demanded that Muslims offer people a chance to convert before they are attacked.
Meanwhile, it's been almost 3 years since he has released a tape. Why such a long period between these 2 tapes, in your view?
I think, Katie, that he remembers something that we in the West have forgotten. There's a great deal of power in silence. When he's not speaking, we speculate all the time about what he's up to. Is he dead? Has he retired? And then when he speaks finally, he dominates the international media to the exclusion of almost anything else. And so I think he's a very, very modern man in terms of the use of media.
As you know, your name comes up in this tape, and the transcript reads, and if you'd like to get to know some of the reasons for your losing of the war against us, then read the book by Michael Scheuer in this regard. What did you write that made bin Laden say this?
I wrote a couple of books about what the motivation of our enemy is. Through Our Enemy's Eyes was what one of the books was called. And basically it describes of the enemy, of the Islamist enemy, as the impact of our foreign policies in the Islamic world. And that's what bin Laden is talking about. And I don't take that as a compliment to me. I take it as a compliment to the CIA, because the nations for the better part of a decade that this war has nothing to do with our freedoms or our democracies or our women in the workplace. It has everything